All right, I think we are on. Is the music still going for those who are in chat?
Is the music still going for those who are in chat?
Why am I getting an echo?
I'm hearing the same echo.
Maybe
it's only when he says chat.
Chat. Chat.
I think it might have been from my headphones.
Whatever it was stopped.
I had the stream on. And you probably heard yourself coming through my headphones.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Thrash, hey, is the music going?
It has stopped. Haha.
I don't know if he answered that about the echo or the music. No, okay.
It has stopped.
OBS is doing weird things to me. Sure. Why not? I'm going to start the recording. We're going to keep going anyways. Y'all tell me if weird things happen on stream, and I'll probably ignore it. How's everybody doing?
We'll see. We'll see it in 10 minutes next time we look at chat.
Right, yes. Oh, goodness. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to be playing a little D&D tonight. Dragonlance, the Thorns of War. Excited to have everybody here today. And we're going to be picking up where we left off last time, which I hope y'all remember, because I certainly don't. And there's like no worried faces. Goodness.
No, see, if you don't remember where we were looting a dragon trove full of magical items.
You get a bunch of gold. It's worthless.
And steel.
Let's everybody say hi. Well, we can start at the bottom. Doug and Esther, how are y'all doing?
Good. Doing all right. Yeah. I'm Brokanu, Doug, Zeroth in the game. And I'm a human rogue. Looking to make my way in this crazy world.
I'm Esther, and I'm playing Rowena, the human ranger.
I'm Jimpleton, or I'm Jim's friend. I'm playing Jimpleton, the human cleric.
And I am Jen, and I am playing Saria, the elven wizard, and I wear red robes. And sometimes I play NPCs, apparently.
Sometimes. I am Paul, Techno Funk Boy. I will be playing the role of Tim Timble, the Kinder Druid. And with that, we'll kind of recap where we were last time. You had word from Rowena's father that a lot of people from her village had gone to Wheel Watch outpost to kind of take cover, to regroup during all of this crazy madness with these invading draconians and such. Y'all decided to go help down there. You made big plans on how you're going to infiltrate this place. It was very impressive. All the planning that went into it, just a long time, and with like a single question, threw them all out and improvised. You did, however, encounter what prior to today you believe to be myth. You encountered 2 small dragons, and you killed them. And you also did release the captives there. There were about 20 people from Zeroth's and Rowena's village, including Zeroth's mother. You had encountered his father in the woods. and that is where we left off. Otherwise, you did. The I guess the other thing that did come up was that Azra's father did recognize Rowena's mother amongst the invading army, Kensaldi, and she had replaced an eye with a gem. As you do,
Creepy.
midlife
Yeah.
crisis for sure.
Awkward.
And that name was mentioned in Rowena's presence. She has not reacted to it because she was very, very, very busy killing dragons.
Also, as one does.
As one does, yes. This is a typical Thursday.
Dragonelle.
Dragonelles, yes. These were Dragonelles. And so that's where we're left off. So where we are, it's about the middle of the day. All of the captives kind of had started running for things, but pretty quickly y'all had things under control. And so some of them had hightailed it down the road where Zra's father is waiting. Others have realized that, the bad guys are gone, and stopped and waited around. But y'all are in the midst of this battlefield, and what would you like to do?
Kind of a follower. Our leader is not really here.
I'll suggest to Griffith that he go escort the people back to town while we loot the castle.
Yes.
All right, great. Glad that's covered.
I'll take him saying yes, good idea from a different episode and just stick it right there.
Perfect.
I guess how much of our family, Rowena and I, are family? I mean, are there a lot of our? I mean, this is our village, I guess, or our community. Is there anybody that we recognize that we're familiar with, close with, a part of this group, apart from, my father, who I guess is still probably outside of the city, unless he's arrived back inside this at this point?
He's like greeting people on the road just north. Wilkes says you're all cousins, and yes, all of you. No, like this isn't a huge city, and both of your families were kind of prominent in there, and so you pretty much recognize everyone. Like these are all people that you knew.
Including your mom.
Dang!
Yeah,
Whoa!
Zang. Mom, how are you doing?
Oh,
You
thank
okay?
you, and she'll hug you, and notice some like grease on your face, and she'll like spit her tunic and a napkin and try to rub that off, and yeah. So everybody's kind of shook up, but otherwise they're doing okay. No injuries, physically at least.
We're gonna send you with one of our trusted companions, Griffith. He's as you can see, he's a knight of Solamnia, and he'll protect you. I think he's gonna bring you back to the city. It's how far of a journey is it? It's not too crazy, right? We don't have to send them with rations or anything.
It's a day on foot.
Day on foot, and so this is a midday. They won't get there today. Half day on horse.
Okay, I guess we'll maybe just find some weapons among the fallen enemies, and equip any of the men or ladies who are well equipped for combat. Just equip them with weapons, and then make sure they have gold and enough to get themselves passed to the city, and also maybe a letter we can. Well, Griffin will be there to interpret for them. I mean, Griffin knows the city leaders that we've been in contact with,
Right.
so we should be able to secure them.
But
in
we
place.
can also send one of the Fargabs if we're going to split the party.
Ooh.
Griffin will
Ooh, good
also
idea.
remind you, because this just happened yesterday in game time, but it happened like 3 months ago in real life. Griffin will remind you that the Bakaris the Elder was going to be leading a charge of soldiers north against the Draconians tomorrow. Dang. Oh, gosh. Zeroth just didn't like that at all. He just walked away. Just, goodbye. I'm done.
He's headed back to town to bring the news already. I gotta get there tonight.
Sorry,
So when
kids.
you say
Kids are
tomorrow,
taking
we have time to get there. We have horses, so we can get there faster.
You have horses, yes. The townspeople do not.
Okay, so but we can ride ahead if we want to try to participate in this march to the north. Steel Springs? Do I have that name right?
That's right, yeah.
All right.
I want to see if, like, on the Dragonelles, they had some sort of emblem, a red emblem on their armor. I want to see if I'm able to pull it off of their armor.
The Dragonelles did not have armor. Did I say that? Let me
You
double check
did.
that. Okay.
Last time you said they had armor. Maybe they have, like, armor-plated skin.
I'm gonna just take a look. Okay, yeah, they do. They do have some armor. You're right. Good job. Good listening. I just listened to that episode
right.
too. And,
Me too.
and so okay, so they have that red dragon emblem on on their armor, as well as the soldiers here. They have simple, like a simple mail, or leather armor, but it does have that symbol on it as well. So you can kind of pry the plate free from the Dragonelles. You can take it from other people's armor, however you want to. You could do that.
Yeah, I just want one copy of the emblem.
Yeah.
But not their full armor.
Okay.
Does anyone have a breastplate? Any of the dead people?
Yeah. A couple of them do. You can grab that if you'd
Oh,
like.
wow. I would love to swap my armor for a breastplate.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm gonna,
And then I'll get rid of my scale mail. It's too
Okay.
heavy.
Sounds good.
I guess when there's a break in the like when everybody's looking around, I'm gonna pull Rowena aside and just kind of maybe get her out of eye shot, or at least earshot of our present company, and say, hey, Rowena, I know you heard your mom's name. My dad told me that was actually your mom that was on the side of the enemy.
Oh,
Spellcaster.
your mama jokes flying back and forth.
Your mom,
Hey,
your mom was a traitor.
you know who sided with the enemy? Your mom.
Your mom was a base traitor.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna say.
I thought she was dead.
No,
Didn't I think that?
yeah,
You did think that, yes.
Did you not? You didn't have any. Did you think your dad knows?
I don't know. He told me I grew up thinking she had died. Is he 100% sure?
It sounded like it. I mean, they said they'd seen her and he described her in a way that I never met your mom, obviously, either, but just maybe be ready for that. I don't know. Maybe someone to ask your dad next time you see him. I don't know why my dad told me. Your dad didn't tell you. It's kind of weird. But anyway, I thought you should know so you wouldn't be so surprised.
Well, her dad has not seen
Thank you
her.
for telling me.
Yeah, keep your chin up.
It's just to clarify, her dad was not there to see
Your
her.
dad hasn't. Okay.
Right. And Wilkes says, "Your mama's so fat she couldn't even pick the right side." So there you go.
Okay.
It just says. Okay.
I appreciated it, Wilkes.
Okay.
I'm gonna change.
Mother's Day, everyone.
I'm gonna change the title of this episode to a something, and your mom.
And your mom.
That was a moment, a serious moment.
Sorry. No, it's gonna look in the podcast version. It's so much.
It as best I can to.
This is just like Order of Podcasters. The podcast version is so much more serious than.
I'm having some lag. I don't know if I can hear. Something's wrong with my audio. I'm having trouble hearing you guys.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's gonna be good. So what are the rest of y'all doing while we're trying to figure that part out?
Did we rest? Because
You have not. This is
What are you doing?
what?
why?
was
Why would you do that?
I'm just testing. I was testing the audio. I didn't know that y'all would hear that.
It immediately popped up in my Discord. It's like, hey, do you want to adjust their volume? Because this is ridiculous.
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Someone scored a goal in hockey.
Okay, sorry guys. Sorry.
See, that's what happened. We tried to take a rest, but there was an air horn. Tim has an air horn, and she kept going.
Right. Hey, look what I found. It's this air horn.
A few minutes before we got our 6 hours.
Y'all have not taken a rest. We are like literally within the last a few minutes of the battle.
Right.
Well, that's the first thing I want to discuss because I mean I've used pretty much all my spell slots, and I would like to maybe spend the night here and make camp here and maybe rejoin the people that are going to be traveling north in the morning.
Maybe barricade ourselves into the barracks.
Yeah.
Okay. Can people on the stream hear me? Please
We can
respond.
do anything we want now.
All right, we now own the castle and we've
I
resurrected all the
found a
dead.
plus 17 of Vorpal's sword. It's attuned to me only. If anyone else touches it, they die. Are you there, Paul?
Can you hear me?
Techno?
Now we can.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I cut out. I cut out for a sec. Actually, Discord just crashed on me.
Okay.
Yeah, Thrash goes, "What the hell did that air horn do?" Thanks a lot, Doug.
That's right.
Discord's like, "This is too loud. I'm shutting it down. I can't take this."
It'll never happen again. I just saw air horn. It's like you have to click on that button.
Well, the only room
Um,
that we've been in is the jailhouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And the only thing in there that, well, I guess I didn't really look, was the jail. There's a storage shed over there. There's a stables, and there's a barracks, and 4
Yeah, I think
towers.
we should look around. Just
Mhm.
investigate, see if we find any clues about who these people are. Or
Well, I
something.
saw one of the guys run into the barracks, so we might be careful when we go in there. He might still be in there.
This side.
No, the black.
Oh, the block.
Oh, that guy took off. He's gone. Like he went running
Cool.
down the road.
Oh, so like we saw him obviously leave.
Yeah, and if you didn't, then Zara's father did.
Okay.
He disappeared out in the woods.
And is he with us now?
Your dad
Probably
Alrin
scared the
will
crap
come.
out of him.
Like, yeah, if the plan is to stay there for the night, then Alrin will bring everybody back. That makes a lot more sense to them because then they can just travel during the day and not expose themselves in the middle of the night.
Right. So maybe we should just clear the castle for foes before we do a deep search and look for treasures and stuff. Just make sure there's no other enemies here. And then just everybody go to sleep for the night so that we can all get our stuff back and heal and everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. All right. I want everyone. I'm assuming that y'all are all kind of searching around.
I certainly am.
Mm-hmm.
I want everyone to roll and investigate. So as you're kind of hunting around, I'll tell you kind of in general what you're going to find is that it's cleared out. As you're walking around, you do see that the original guards of the outpost were killed and their bodies piled up outside the walls and down the hill. You kind of catch a glimpse of it as you're walking on the walls from building to building around there. But there's no one else here besides the Red Dragon Army guards that were there and the prisoners. But you might find things on the way, and so, who's going first?
Rolled an 11.
I also rolled an 11.
I also
In fact, I
rolled
think
an
all of
11.
us rolled an 11 except for Rowena.
What did Rowena roll?
A 3.
We found like their dirty laundry.
Okay, so Wilk says, Mama exposes herself in the middle of the night.
It's a good thing I asked for that armor before we rolled investigations.
Right? Okay. So I want y'all to note this. When I was rolling how much money you might find, I rolled 6 categories and I used the D20 on every one. And it's just going to be a straight, this is the coins that you got of this category. These are the rolls that I rolled. 17, 15, 18, 20, 20, 18. So y'all did well on that. Unfortunately, your rolls sucked. So we'll start from the top. Saria, you find 17 steel pieces and 15 silver.
17 steel, 15 silver.
Rowena, with a 3, you found where the Dragonelles went to the bathroom.
We can dig through their dumplings and find some treasure.
Zeroth, you enter into what is clearly like a makeshift headquarters here, like in the administration room. There's a desk there with an unlit lamp, several chairs around, several papers scattered across the table. You kind of glance through them. A lot of them are, of kind of an inventory of troops, of numbers coming through there, and where they were headed at the time. You notice that a lot of them were heading north. And up into the mountains, up into the wilderness there. There's also a leather bound journal, and you kind of open it and you take a look, and like there'll just be simple simple commands in there, and they seem to be just orders from from an officer of make sure you patrol this area, expect a convoy at this time, and over and over again. Jimpleton, you find 20 silver pieces and 18 copper.
All right. Nothing else interesting?
Nope. I mean, there's more interesting stuff there, but y'all roll terror bases.
We don't
How
see it.
current? How current is the journal? How what's the most current dates? This is current information, or how old is the most current info?
Everything written down. It doesn't have like particular dates. It's like today, tomorrow, and so on the latest entry, which was today, this morning, expect a scout troop of 20 Baz Draconians.
Mm. And I'm pretty sure that they're talking about that actually today. Do I know that? Or could this have not been entered in for a couple days?
I mean, it looks fresh, but as far as today or 3 days ago, you're not really sure.
Okay, is there any way I can look back through this journal, not to get nitpicky, but to see if like any big corresponding events that I can kind of, even though there's not dates written on the top of every page, can I kind of get a better understanding of like maybe some of the raids on the bigger cities that we are actually a part of or aware of correspond with, like, can I
Oh, very
do a
good.
little bit of further investigation to see what the current status of this journal is?
All right, so you don't have to roll. You don't have to go back very far to see that the attack on I'm blanking on the original town.
Our town with our inn?
Right? Yeah.
Oh no.
Vogler.
No, I also don't know. Yes.
Vogler.
Okay, so you don't have to look back very far where the attack on Vogler is noted. Vogler is defeated. Vogler is burned. Expect these groups to be going, east toward Kalaman from Vogler, and so lining up the dates, which was really a couple of days ago. Yeah, you notice that the last entry was today.
Okay. So the journal is saying there's going to be a group of 20 um, scouts from like
Well, it says this morning, and it is now afternoon.
and there was a lot of people. Okay. I'm going to show this to the group instead of trying to figure this out in my own brain. Like, I'm trying to figure it out so that I can go, like, aha, the group, like, aha, look what I found. But instead, I'm, like, getting frustrated. So I bring the journal out and, like, hey, guys, check this out. What do you think? I think this entry was today. Look, they cited Vogler a few days ago. It looks like this is a pretty accurate description. Do you think we dealt with these guys already, or should we get the heck out of here? And I'm going to kind of pass it around, let everybody get a good look at it.
Is there an indication of how many scouts are expected, or how many visitors we're expecting?
20 Boz Draconians.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I feel like we could fortify this place fairly well and just keep watches. I still feel like we definitely need a long rest. I don't want to be out in the open with no spell slots. And I figure if we're gonna have to take a rest anyway, we're safer inside this walled fortress than having to camp on the side of the road.
Would like, how big of a group are you talking to? Is it just y'all?
I'm assuming no, because I think these are our family and stuff and our friends. So
Okay.
I'm not going to feel as, I mean, I'm not, yeah, I guess I'm going to be a little bit more open. But maybe I'm trying to show off a little bit.
Okay. Alrin will say, this morning, yes, there were 20 cloaked figures who came through. They left an hour after they got here.
Oh, well then, okay, well, we don't have to
They were
worry about them
definitely
coming
good.
in the
Yeah.
future. Why don't we ask, is there anybody that overheard anything or any other information we can get from the prisoners?
Roll roll persuasion or something that might work.
Persuasion or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to threaten them, that's fine. I didn't want to say that out loud, but
No, persuasion, that's fine. 17.
okay. Yes. So one of the women will say, yes. When I heard two guards talking when they thought we were asleep, and said that their focus in the area was going to be Kalaman, and it sounded like they were sending most of the troops to the north to the wasteland.
And would we understand Silver Spring to be the wasteland?
It is north of Kalaman, which is kind of in that direction.
Do we know what they mean by the wasteland?
Yeah,
Is that
so
an area familiar to us?
right. So north of the river, it's extremely rocky, extremely mountainous. Nothing grows there. Almost nobody. Unless they're herding mountain goats, nobody takes their animals out there. It is just a mound of destruction. It used to be something important before the cataclysm, but the cataclysm just kind of churned up the entire area and made it so it's not very useful, and so it's been kind of classified as a wasteland ever since, just because there's no reason to go there, and so it kind of becomes home for outlaws and bandits and stuff.
Okay. And so what you overheard was that they were headed in that direction. Did they indicate why?
Because Kalaman is going to be is going to be the big target.
Okay, so they would have to cross through the wasteland to get to Kalaman.
Yeah, so
Right?
the wasteland is just
Okay.
north of Kalaman and Vogler. It's
God. Okay.
it's
okay.
basically north of the river.
Okay. Well, what do we want to do with that information?
I just think it's weird that they're going north. Like they're coming up from the south, and they're going to attack from the north, but they're kind of going around it to come all. And it seems like everybody's positioning in the wasteland. So I'm a little bit like, because I'm curious why they're doing that. Why they're not just attacking it from the south, since that seems to be where most of their forces are coming from. If I'm not mistaken, like flowing up from the south and the southeast. But then it seems like everybody's positioning themselves north, like so they're going around Kalaman and Vogler
Right.
to
Yeah.
kind of set
So-
up in the wilderness.
Right.
I know we said we weren't going to use Roll20, but I might need a map.
Okay. Let me.
It's like one drawn with crayons. He holds up to the screen.
Okay, so I'm gonna start working on one for the
You
stream
have-
itself.
Okay.
Because we're south.
Because
We're
that's
right now.
that's a really good idea.
We'll watch.
Yeah,
keep.
we are
is south.
south of we just came from Kalaman. That's where we were.
Right.
And then we went south to get to Wheel Watch. I guess what I'm not I know that both Kalaman and Vogler are on the river, and I guess I'm just not remembering where those two cities are in relation to one another. So
Yeah.
While
Okay.
they're talking about maps and compass directions and all these town names, I want to say, hey, Tim, this place is pretty big and there's not really anyone here. If you see stuff you want to borrow, you can borrow anything you find here.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I would love if you show me some of the things that you borrow.
I'll get right to it. Glad I could be of service.
That's a really good NPC voice. I'll get right to it. I'm glad I could be of service.
Something need doing?
All right, I am covering the
Pretty
entire stream with map. This is going to look terrible on YouTube,
Nice.
but this is going to be good.
yeah,
Okay.
this is helpful.
All right, so let's get down. All right, so what we're seeing right now is wasteland, and so this is all just rocky stuff north of Kalaman. All right, so I'm gonna scroll, and I know there's a delay, so I'm gonna scroll down to where Vogler and Kalaman are, and you see where this this gulf kind of goes into a river heading west.
Yes.
That, and there's a I can try to zoom in a little bit. So there's a picture of a castle right there at the mouth of the river.
Yes.
That's Vogler. I'm sorry, that's Kalaman. Sorry. That's
Okay.
Kalaman.
That's okay.
Now a little bit to the left of that is a tiny village on the north side of the river.
Yes.
That is Vogler.
Okay.
All right. So to the south here is on the right side of the Mide is where Estwild is, and then but we're kind of on the border between Estwild and in the Kalaman region of Solamnia. So we're in this tiny little corner of the larger map.
Okay. So what they're doing is they're coming up and they're kind of circling around to the west of Vogler to go up and then come down.
Right.
Okay.
Can you scroll the map up again?
Absolutely.
So the fact then that Vogler has already been attacked, and then we had scouts that were here at where we currently are this morning. What do we think that means? That,
Well,
I guess reinforcements are coming.
Yeah, they're coming from everywhere. So like prior to
Okay.
this point, like they've been picking off the smaller towns. So like they took out uh Rowena's hometown in Eswild, and in kind of pushing everybody. They're
Into
kind
the
of
city.
pushing everyone to Vogler. Gosh, I keep mixing them up. They're kind of pushing everyone to Kalaman, and then
Okay.
grouping in the wilderness to the north for a larger attack. Kalaman is the only walled city in the region in the region of Nightland. And so like this is a walled outpost, but it's just an outpost. Like they do not have room for a lot of people, but Kalaman is a walled city.
Got it. Can you show me where Steel Springs is on the map?
It is, yeah. Let me see if I know specifically where it is. It is where am I? Sorry, I lost my stream. Okay. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the river where Kalaman is on the south bank.
Mm-hmm.
So Steel Spring is up in these forests just north of the river.
Where that where the river kind of branches off and
Right, yeah.
goes in between those trees. Okay. Okay. That's helpful. Thank you.
And just for y'all's references, I will throw maps in our Discord.
Okay.
Just for safekeeping. But yeah, anytime you need it, just let me know.
Okay. This plan that we had heard about to take troops to Steel Springs, do we like? Can you remind us why they thought that place specifically? Like, what is there something going on there, or
Yes.
why there?
Yeah, because there's word that there is a grouping of enemy soldiers there, of draconians
All right.
and goblins there.
Okay. I have a feeling though that there's going to be groupings in more than one location.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. All right. Well,
Okay.
here's
Wilkes got the Dora the Explorer. I'm the map. I'm the map. In my head. And thank you. Now I'm gonna give that to all of you.
Yeah, me too. And I tell Wilkes this all the time, but whenever I was in Spanish class, that was one of the things that my teacher used to do is play Dora the Explorer, except in Spanish.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so whenever the songs get stuck in my head, it's the Spanish versions. And so that's why he did that, is because, because whenever I sing it soy la mapa, soy la mapa. So
I forgot what comedian it was that I saw, but that it was talking about like that sounds like a song that the composer forgot he was supposed to write until the meeting where they asked him what the song was.
that's funny. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm the map. That's funny. That's funny. Okay. Anyway, so what do we want to do here? I think that all of the prisoners should maybe stay here for the night with us. I don't know if going back to town, back to the city, is actually
agreed.
the safest thing to do right now.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I think we should go to bed right now.
And y'all find a lot of plenty of like mundane weapons to outfit. Like this is an outpost, so there are weapons here. You are able to arm the score people with you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if we
Okay.
can close all the doors up to the place and seal it up, and then, yeah, just find places to rest, get people settled for the night, food and stuff distributed.
Yeah, because I will say I don't know if I want to leave this place without having taken a long rest.
Yeah, no, 100% agree.
I'm gonna close the gates.
Close the gates, gates
Absolutely.
closed.
And do I have? I know I have knock. I don't know if I have like the opposite of that. Let me see.
But by the way, Jimpleton, and that's a good question. Does knock permanently unlock it?
Oh, I'll look.
I'll pull it up here.
It says, no, it's just 10 minutes.
Okay, so yeah, y'all can lock back the gates easily enough.
I do not have arcane lock or whatever it's called. So we can't magically lock them, but
I'll take first watch.
All right.
With my dad.
can we like recruit some people to help
Oh,
us?
of course. Yeah,
take
no,
watch
they'll
since
be
it's such a
happy to do
big
that.
place.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so,
You were gonna say something to me, I think.
yeah, okay, I found it. All right. So, Tim comes back to you and goes, Jimpleton,
Okay.
let's see what I found. And he'll kind of lay out several things. One is your socks.
Perfect.
The socks he
Oh,
was
I was looking
wearing.
for these.
The next one is a necklace of no, not the ones he's wearing, just some from his pack.
Because that would be really impressive.
A necklace of worn
Well, it's
rune
impressive
stones.
anyway, because my pack is like completely wrapped up with rope.
That's true. I remember that because of
specifically
Temple.
so that Tim can't get
Yeah.
into it.
So the second thing she pulls out is a necklace of worn rune stones on a brass chain.
Mm.
Oh, I'm using the wrong dice, but we're going to keep that because I like it. The next thing is a small wooden box with an inlaid agate cameo of an earth god.
Do I recognize the Earth God?
Roll religion. And the final item is a set of bracers.
Okay, I don't recognize the Earth God.
Okay.
I rolled a 1,
Oh, yeah, you do not
but
recognize.
it's +0, and it used to be -1. So I guess level 5 helped. So bracers,
Bracers,
a box,
box,
a necklace, and my socks.
and your socks.
Now, you know what any of these do, Tim?
Well, so the necklace, she'll kind of put it around her head. It goes here.
Ah,
The bracers,
Mhm.
she'll kind of put them on, go here. In the box,
okay.
the box, she'll kind of open it up and put it on her head. It goes here.
Ah,
They're all
interesting.
pretty nice, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very nice. Can I borrow the bracers and the box and the necklace?
Of course. And she'll
Oh,
kind of
wonderful.
take them off one at a time and give them to you.
Mhm. And then I'm going to go over to Saria and say, Saria, do you know what any of these do? If they even do anything? They look Well, Tim thought they were interesting. I certainly think they're out of place. Yeah, they don't look like normal items, except maybe these bracers. Do the bracers look fancy?
They look nice, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll roll. Can I like roll an Arcana?
Yep.
To check these things out?
Yeah.
16?
16, those bracers are magical, for sure.
Yeah, these are not normal bracers. I don't really have a use for them, but maybe you do, or maybe someone else does.
I wonder if they're safe.
Jimpleton, do you have inspiration?
No.
You,
I used it.
you do
like two
now.
I do
episodes
have
ago.
identify. I have identify, and I have 2 more spell slots left at first level. If you want me to cast identify on them.
Take inspiration for getting the NPC to search for the treasures you missed. That was kind of
Oh,
great.
thank you. Doesn't identify require you to own a pearl? A pearl of
To
great price.
own a pearl. Well,
Yeah.
I have.
Wilk says
I
Captain
mean-
Planet is the Earth God.
Yes.
Well, I don't know who that is. I rolled a 1.
So I thought I had a focus. Let me see. Oh yeah, I have an orb. I have an arcane focus.
Yeah, okay.
Because I thought maybe I'm wrong, but I thought the identify spell required a pearl as part of the material components, and it does not get used up. You just have to have it.
If she has an arcane focus, then it will work.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Okay. Oh, well, then if you want to use your magical Lunatari and enhanced. I wouldn't know
I
that
don't know
word.
how Lunatari
I
will
would love to
enhance
know what these
identify,
do.
but I'll touch it and cast it.
All right.
I get to learn. Basically, I get to learn what it is.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, so these are bracers of archery. While wearing these bracers, you have proficiency with longbow and short bow and gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls on ranged attack made with such weapons.
You might give that to Rowena. That's my
Oh,
thinking.
good idea. Yeah. Hey, Rowena,
Yes.
you should wear these. They'll help you shoot your bow painfully.
Oh, really?
Painful for the person you're shooting. Not
Well,
you.
thank you, Jimpleton.
Yeah, Tim found them, and Saria said what they do. So if I'm wrong, it's not my fault.
Okay, I'll accept them. Thank you very much.
All right. You can either put those on your sheet, or I will throw that on later.
Can I forgot to do one thing before we go to sleep. I guess we're still haven't taken our long rest yet. But I was really is there an armory here? I mean, is there any way I'm looking for something specific, and I'm not expecting it to be here, but I'm looking for handheld crossbows.
Sure.
That's all my
Let's take a look.
stuff is. Okay.
All right. You do not find any.
Okay.
They have heavy crossbows, but not hand crossbows.
Okay.
You do know that they do have them at the armory back in Kalaman.
Okay.
And you do have you are able to take what you wish from there.
Okay. All right. So I gotta get back. I'll kind of mention that to the group. Let them know, like, I'm gonna be much more able if I can get these small crossbows. I know they have them at Kalaman. So at some point, I know we need to get rest before we kind of head out in the morning. But I don't know if we've decided on our plans. But maybe we should just get some rest first, and then figure it out in the morning.
Okay.
I'm dying right now. Like I think I've been resurrected a couple times.
Did anybody else want to do anything this evening? This evening in game time, not this evening in real life, because we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
I want to let's see the necklace of runes. Are the runes in the dwarven language? The alphabet. I know the alphabet.
The necklace you just got?
Yeah. You
Uh,
said a necklace of worn runes.
Whenever
can you
also
read?
whenever I rolled my Arcana, is this?
Oh, yeah.
So
This
I
necklace is not magical at all. It is.
Oh, okay. And I have tongues as well, if you want. I do have I have one more first level spell slot and one more third level spell slot. So I can cast tongues. Or I can cast tongues in the morning, but I think I want to do it now before we take our long rest.
Um,
I can't read, but I know the alphabet.
Oh, it's spoken language. Tongues only works with spoken language. I don't have the be able to read one
okay,
prepared.
But they look familiar, but they are very worn. Like,
Okay.
and it's not like the necklace is particularly old. It's just it looks like it's been
Beaten up,
beaten
maybe.
up, and it was probably of cheap quality to begin with.
Okay. So it might just be like someone's personal belonging rather than an actual item of interest.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds reasonable.
And I can tell you out of character that I rolled it on a trinket chart. So yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That does not mean that if you don't figure out what it means at some point, I won't put a dungeon there. But
Right. And then the box, it was empty.
it was empty. Yes.
Was it magical?
No. Neither the
Oh,
necklace nor that was
okay.
magical.
Cool. I just don't want to put like a box that's going to explode or something in my backpack.
The rune says, "I prepared explosive runes this morning."
Yeah, that's right. Okay, then that's it.
Okay. All right. Zara said you were going to take first watch. Did I understand that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did your dad will be there, taking it with you? Is there anything you wanted to talk about, or just kind of chat, going, "Oh, that was impressive. I didn't think you were going to take those big lizards down. You were so casual about when I told you that the lizard things were there, and you're like, oh yeah, we fought many of. How many of those have you fought? It was kind of crazy."
Yeah. I'm gonna I guess I'm gonna feel a little cold toward my pops now that we're done with the thing. I'm gonna kind of go revert back to my previous a little bit of a rebellious son who left on kind of bad terms. And obviously I feel a little closer to him after this encounter and all we've been through, but I'm not gonna be super. I guess I'm gonna ask him. I'm like, so I'm gonna be pretty reserved, but I'm gonna ask him. So what happened? Like, and tell me, is there anything that you could tell me about? Like, when did you know that Rowena's mom? When did you know she was working for them?
Oh well,
And what's going on?
I didn't know what happened to her when she left. Gosh, how long has it been? It's got to be 2 years. I didn't know what happened to her until I saw her yesterday, and she was wearing that armor, full plate, and and I couldn't tell what she was saying, but people were paying attention to her. But it all started, I mean, way before y'all were born. Even as a kid, she was fascinated with the old ways, with the old gods, and fascinated with. She wasn't a nice person. She used people. She was only after power. She was only after her own gain. And it worked for a while. She was She married the most important person in town. She had the whole village at her whim, but it wasn't enough. She started collecting artifacts from the old world. Even found this altar. And then one day it was all gone, all of it, and she was too. And Rowena's dad said that she decided to go seek more elsewhere. And
Yeah, I know he never talked about her much growing up.
no. Well, he couldn't. It was a long time he couldn't see through who she was, but by the end he could. And
We all thought she was dead, though, and that was the story they always said.
well, that's
That she had died in a fire or whatever.
That's the way he wanted it. That's what he wanted us to say, and I think it seemed easier for Imbert that way.
I'm just concerned for Rowena. I don't really give a damn about Imbert. He didn't always make the right decisions as far as I can see, but Rowena and I, I feel like we're good friends, have gone back since childhood, and I feel like this revelation is going to shake her, and I don't know. Part of me wants to just get away from here and get away from that, and especially if it's her mom. Are we sure she's evil? I mean, is this sure? Like, do you really trust Imbert on all of this? I feel like if he said she was dead and she wasn't, then already losing some confidence in that. You know what I mean? Like,
I think he meant he knew that she was still alive.
No, I knew her.
Oh,
The adults knew,
right,
or whatever.
Okay, my bad.
Right, I knew her. Look, if she's changed in the last 20 years, then good for her. If she's the same person, then stay away.
But she was nasty.
She's only going to use Rowena to get what she wants.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out, I guess. Anyway, I'll keep watch. If you need to take a nap, I'll keep my eyes peeled.
All right, roll a perception, and we'll kind of do all of our rolls here. Y'all can take these rolls with advantage because people are helping you. But who's going to take second watch?
Yeah.
You want me to do a perception roll?
Yeah, with advantage.
For myself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. 16.
Very good. All right. Don't see anything. Sorry is next. Is that right? All right. With advantage.
Right. Yes. I'm gonna.
So
Who's
that'll be
next?
a 13.
Okay.
Oh,
I can go with her.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just do the one roll. That'd be fine. Templeton, you want to do last?
Sure.
Okay. Roll perception with advantage.
12.
Okay. You unfortunately are all dead. So you all wake up with a long rest. Everything was fine during the night, and everybody's getting ready to leave. There are some provisions that they did have here, enough for everybody to have enough food for the day, and everybody's kind of getting ready to head back. Yeah, I'm assuming y'all are going to take the papers and journal and all that.
Yes.
Just leave it there.
Of course. No, we're taking it.
Okay. anything else you want to do before heading out?
I think we should seal everything back up before we leave. That way, it's not obvious
Sure.
that violence happened here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you don't have another way, it's pretty easy to scale down the walls. From the inside, wouldn't be a problem, and
Cool.
so you're able to do that. Are you? So you have a bunch of people, 20 people or 21 people walking. You all have horses. Are y'all all going together, or are y'all going to kind of speed up and try to get back earlier?
I think we should speed up and try to get back earlier, but I think we should task maybe Zeroth's father and maybe some other able-bodied people to make sure everybody gets back safely. But I think we need to go on ahead because there's stuff going down.
Well,
Be
Griffin
present for.
can be with Zeroth's father, with my father.
Yeah.
It's true.
right.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, that's true. We could do that.
These people are armed. We've armed them now.
Yeah, and they're and like these these are hardy folk. They know how to use a sword. So especially with Griffith there, they seem like they can handle it. Anything?
Yeah.
Depending on what I roll. Oh goodness. So Rowena, let me. Do you have what is your favorite terrain?
Your favorite terrain, and you're as a ranger.
Oh,
You're a ranger,
I
right?
think it's yes. I think it was like swampy area or
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. If I could get you to roll a survival.
Okay, what is that? Survival. 18.
18, very nice. Okay, you're able to to make very good time. You kind of remember the path there and kind of know where you can cut some corners and such through the forest, and cut some time off your day. And so you are rolling back into the city a little earlier than expected. Probably mid to late morning instead of toward noon.
Nice.
As you get to the gate, Zeroth, you're going to see a familiar face there, seemingly looking for you. And you see River Briarmuse, the young woman who gave you that knife.
Okay.
And she kind of lights up when she sees you and kind of waves at you.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of nod my head towards her and just keep going, and unless she's really seeming desperate to talk to me, in which case I'll maybe slow down. We're on horseback, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess if she seems really desperate, we'll go up to her, but I'll kind of slow the horse and allow her to approach. If that seems to be her intention.
Yeah. So she does. As she sees you, kind of as she sees you, wave and then go on your way. She's like, "Oh," and starts hurrying forward. And so you do see that she is intending to speak with you. And so you slow down, and she comes up and she says, "You made it. That's good. Did the knife help?"
Oh, yeah, it was pretty good. Thank you. River, right?
Yeah. Look, Um, something bad is happening. I need to talk to you.
Um, but yes. Does it have to be in private, or can you talk to me while we walk?
It'd be better in private.
All right. I'm going to look at the rest of the group and be like, I need to speak with this young woman for a moment. She has an issue. Can y'all wait for me for a few minutes? And I'll kind of give like an exasperated look to Rowena, like, I gotta help this girl.
And I just look blankly back, like, what are you talking about?
Doesn't give me any signals or anything. I'm like, all right, whatever. Kind of just let the group know. I'm gonna dismount and I'll leave my horse and follow after River. But also, I'm gonna be looking out because things are weird. So I'm checking my surroundings.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of holler back. This should take a minute. This woman was an informant for me.
All right. As you go off into a corner, off to the side of the road, and there's like you've immediately left the main traffic areas. Roll a perception, and are y'all waiting on him?
Well, he said wait, but I guess I would think we would just keep going, but
I think we should.
in sight.
I think we should go sneak over and listen in.
Even better. All right. Let me roll for what am I rolling for? Perception.
Perception, right?
Well, if you want to
I better
go
not-
sneak over there, I'll stay here and make it very obvious that I'm here, and then he'll think we're all over here.
Oh, great idea.
6.
Great idea.
All right. Roll stealth.
oh,
Sorry.
Do I? So what do I get from being touched by the hag?
Advantage.
Okay.
I can use. Let's see. What does this do?
That's a
Is
23.
that an ability check?
Stealth.
Yeah.
23 stuff.
Or is that?
It's a skill.
Okay,
A
but-
skill check.
Is a skill different than an ability?
Well, I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
the abilities are your strength, dex, con.
Oh, okay. Okay. Never mind then.
Do you get advantage on ability checks?
No, I have something I can give a D4 to ability checks.
I think those would be. Yeah, that I would think that would be skill checks too.
It says,
Yeah.
it says ability. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay. I would.
anything that their abilities affect though.
Right.
So
I
Which would be all
think
those
that's
other-
the same. Yeah, I think they're referring to the same
Yeah.
thing there. So I'd give it to you.
Okay. Once before the spell ends, the target can roll a D4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice.
Okay.
So I would touch Saria and say something like, "Be quiet."
Oh, and I rolled a 4.
or-
Nice. Okay.
Go. Shh.
Mhm.
So
then with that, I got a 27.
nice. Okay.
Dang.
So y'all like, especially Jimpleton, who's right there. It's like, there seems to be like this magical effect with Saria's, presence right in front of you. Like just for the second, even though she's right in front of you, your mind just slips that, that she's even there, and it's like it's not registering. It's
Yeah.
like, and you kind of really have to focus to remember that she's right in front of you.
Which is extra impressive because, like, I was touching her.
Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So, there's definite magical effect to the way she stealths, and so,
Can I roll an insight and see if it's like actually magic, or if
Sure.
or if it's just like, wow, she just is really good. I got a 23.
Yeah, this is actually
dang.
magic. Yes.
Oh, cool. Interesting.
Okay. Zeroth, what did you roll for perception?
6.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty confident that you are alone, and she looks around, and then leans in. She's like, "Okay, I can trust you, right?"
I mean, yeah, you gave me your knife, right? You trust me. I mean, have I betrayed that gift of your a family heirloom? I don't know what's going on. You're making me a little nervous here. What's going on?
Well, there's there's something dark coming from the south. Something from the old castle, from Nightland. And I okay, so I kind of know things like this because I'm a wizard. But
You're
you should,
you're a wizard.
yes, but not one sanctioned by the tower, if you catch my drift.
Mm.
And so
So
don't,
the Ministry of Magic doesn't know.
right, so don't go spreading it around, but
Magic
I
doesn't.
can help you. I mean, it's called the Tower of High Sorcery, but sure. But I can help you. I can, like, I can see things. I have a scrying bowl, and
Dang, girl.
I can look out for things, but you have to be careful because this power coming is. I caught a glimpse of it,
So
and
we-
it shut me out right away.
We just came from the south, so you mean it was coming kind of from behind us?
No, from the castle, from what did they used to call it? The haunted one, the haunted place. Something undead
Anybody-
is coming.
Is there anybody else undead?
Yes.
Have you ever felt this presence before or anything like that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I kind of occasionally will let my sight wander down there, and I'll catch a glimpse of a skeleton or a zombie or something, but nothing that can shut me out that quick.
You know, I want to believe you, and I'm not a magic user. I don't know much about magic, and I mean, I have respect for those who wield it. I know that it's kind of a controversial subject these days, but would you be willing to talk with my members of my party about this? We actually have a wizard in our group.
Yeah, a
Um,
tower wizard. This is
Yeah,
why, this
but
is
I
why I
think
asked
she's
that you be
cool.
quiet. She is like she's told to kill me on sight. In any
But
in a renegades.
what's the, yeah, but she's in my party. Like we're hanging out. Like we work together as a team with a bunch of other folks. Like I'm not trying to get you killed. Just you gotta trust me. If you want to trust me, you gave me your dagger. You're telling me this information. You gotta know I'm gonna spill the beans. Like I'm not trying to not to get you killed. Like I'll broach it. I'll broach the subject gently. I'm not gonna just throw you out there for everybody to see. But let me pass this guy because I think this is over my head. This is above my pay grade. But I think that you might actually benefit talking with somebody that knows what they're talking about. Do you have any other people that you communicate with, like magic wise? I mean, are you by yourself? You kind of a loner, or
Yeah, it
It's the
renegade
system, I get
wizards.
it.
We
Yeah,
don't we
yeah.
don't clump together very much. That kind of
Yeah.
draws attention.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell my party. I won't give you away directly, and if I sense that there's any kind of ill will or malice to you, and maybe desire to kill you, I won't give your details away. But I'll vet I'll talk about it in general terms, and then if I get a good feeling, I think that you'd be better off telling somebody who knows more about this than I do. If you're willing to meet with them. I mean, obviously you don't have to. I'm not going to force you. But and I appreciate the heads up, by the way. So I don't mean this, River.
Look,
You're just to
judge
go and
judge their reaction, and I'll contact you again. Okay, but not yet.
all right. Okay. Fair enough. Well, give me a time frame. What do you think?
Well, everything's happening very quickly here, so
I know.
it'll be soon.
Okay. All right. Well, look, we'll be at the yeah. What inn are we staying at, or where are we?
I think we stayed at the barracks.
You're staying
We're
at the
at the
barracks,
barrack.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Look, you don't look like a wizard. I never would have guessed in 1,000 years. So just bring us a note. Ask to speak with Jeffrey. I think he's the barracks doorkeeper. I think maybe it's Jeffrey or Jeffori. I don't remember. Anyway, somebody. There'll be somebody. Ask for Zaroff. You just hand a note, and but yeah, probably should do it soon because I think this information is important, and we shouldn't wait too long.
Well, I'll take that that I don't look like a wizard as a compliment. You don't.
Yeah, no,
you
it's
don't
good.
look like a scoundrel. Well, you kind of do.
All right. Well, thanks, River. Thanks for the heads up, and be safe. Don't get caught. Things are getting weird.
Okay.
Chimpleton is aggressively twiddling his thumbs.
She will exit stage right, farther down the road.
Okay. Hey, can Zaroff take a bathroom break real quick?
Sure.
Well, you're in the corner over there, so
Zaroff is going to no, actually.
So
the player
sorry.
needs to
So
use the
sorry. It's listening carefully, and then hears. No. This is a great place for a break. Good idea. All right, everyone. We will be back in just a few minutes, and appreciate y'all hanging in. And
Yeah.
we'll catch you on in just a bit.
All right. Thanks.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Okay, so Zaroth has just talked to a low-down, dirty renegade who refuses to get government licensing to practice magic.
Ugh, gross.
The punk.
off with her head.
And so she's heading down the street.
Do you have an idea of the price on her head? I'm just kidding. Zaroff wouldn't even want
This is
it.
a no bounty situation. This is a kill on sight situation.
Oh, dang, it's that bad. Well, then they can't expect it to be a kill.
Well,
Saria didn't shoot magic missile at the 5th level, so
Yeah, I'm going to head back to the group. I guess not knowing that they're overhearing me, am I going to bump into them?
yes, Wilk. She's a chiropractor. That's exactly what's happening here. That's perfect. All right, Zaroth is heading back. Saria.
I would like to follow this lady. I would like to remain unhidden remain hidden if possible. But I want to follow this lady.
You
see where
said
she's going.
unhidden first, and so that's
I said
canon.
remain. I said remain. But if you want me to pop out and scare her, I can do that too.
but you just have to roll really poorly for unhiding, and then you'll stay hidden.
So do you want me to re-roll stealth, or how do you want me to do this?
Yeah, reroll stealth again at advantage.
And you probably don't have my spell anymore.
Okay. So at advantage, that's dirty 20. Sloppy Joe.
Yes, it's working.
It's working.
I think Saria should get inspiration for that.
For using Sloppy Joe?
For saying
That's
Sloppy
right,
Joe?
Right.
She said the thing. That's
Ah,
Double inspiration.
double inspiration. That's not even a thing.
I don't. Chat. Okay, non-player chat.
Non-player
if you think
chat.
so,
Trash. Wilkes.
if you think so, then use the channel points. I don't. That's a pretty low bar for inspiration, in my opinion.
Quogue said
Now,
no.
now, if you use the term sloppy Joe and order the hefty at the bar,
Ooh.
first of all, that would make no sense because that is a drink on Faerun and we are on Kryn. But it's still it would make me happy.
Hmm.
So she, you follow her, and she's heading down the streets down to one of the poorer areas of town, and she kind of, you see her kind of look around, and then she slips into a building.
What does the building look like?
It is, you know,
Like a dilapidated building?
it's not
or-
dilapidated. It's not. I mean, uh, it's on the poor side of town. It is small. It's fairly well kept up, but pretty. Seems to be like just one of the small 2-room places that kind of dot the environment over here.
Are there windows to this building?
The shutters are closed on all of them.
I would like to creep up to one of the closed shutters, and what I'm listening for is to see if there's anyone other than her in this building or if she's alone.
All right, perception.
Uh, 14.
Okay, you don't hear anybody.
Okay. What I would like to do is knock on the door.
Okay. You knock. Does Saria do the shaven haircut or just straight knock?
She knocks like the police.
So she
Oh, dang.
so she bangs and then shoots the dog.
No, no, not
I'm sorry.
that, not that, not that aggressive. She knocks with authority, though.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
You get no answer.
I would like to try the door.
It's open.
Okay.
Ooh.
I would like to walk in.
Okay. Inside, you see a modest stove, a bed in the corners. It looks like everything is in this single room, and so you have a bed, a simple table with a chair, a stove, and on the table you see a large but shallow bowl with water inside.
I would like to investigate that bowl. Would I recognize what it is? I know she talked about being able to scry. So do I think that that's what she's using to scry with?
That would be a very a very common thing to use that kind of bowl for.
Okay. What do I know about those? Like, if I steal it, if I confiscate it, based on what I know about scrying, would I get hurt in any way?
Unless she booby trapped it, not normally.
Okay. Yeah, that was my question. Is what would normally happen?
Right? No.
Okay. I see. Here's why I am kicking myself. I have see invisibility, but I didn't prepare it, so I can't use it. And I'm just like, darn it. But I am going to take this bowl and I'm gonna like look around the room just because like I don't know if she's invisible or like what's happening. But I'm gonna like look around the room and like pour it out very dramatically, and I'm gonna keep the bowl.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say something to the effect of, I could have killed you, but I didn't. And I need you, if you can hear me, to tread very, very carefully. And then I leave.
Okay. As you're coming up to reach for it, you kind of see the waving reflection of the ceiling, but there is something else there. Do
What?
you look at it closely, or do you go about upon your plan?
I'd like to look at it before, yeah, before doing that. I might still pour it out, but like I want to like kind of pick it up and look at it.
Okay. All right. So, um, as you as you look at it, you see this image of a helmeted man in it. Again, kind of waving back and forth. The water is unsettled here, almost like somebody had just bumped the table as they were coming in. You recognize the helmet. It's it's an old style. It's not exactly what they wear today, but it's distinctly a Knight of Solamnia helm.
It's not Griffith, is it?
No, it's
Is
rusty.
it?
It's rusty,
Oh, okay.
and
Does
it's
it look like the image I saw on the river?
yes, in fact, it does.
All right,
It's
I'm
that kind of
super.
it's kind of that feel of it. And these helmets, they're kind of bucket shaped, and it has a slit for the eyes. But as you look in, you don't see anyone in it except the glowing image of red eyes looking back at you. There's no face there. There are just eyes, glowing red.
Okay. And I don't, other than having seen this before on the river, I don't know what this could be.
No, you had the feeling then that these knights that you were looking at were undead.
Hmm.
And and looking at there's no human in that helmet. If this is a real being, this thing is is clearly undead.
Okay. Um, I will, I will take note of that and kind of startled a little bit. I'm going to continue on with what I was going to do, which is pour the thing out and make my comment,
Okay.
and I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to leave, and I'm going to go back to where my party, where I left my party.
Okay. Um, I'm going to have you make 2 rolls here.
Yeah.
The first is a dexterity save.
Save. Okay.
Yeah, this is not a trap. This is just if you're able to.
Yeah,
neg-
it's an 8.
It's an
It's an
8.
8.
Okay. So as you're reaching.
Oh, but I got advantage from Wilkes. I got advantage from
Oh,
Wilkes.
nice. Yes.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna roll that again. That's not much
Nice.
better. It's actually the exact same roll. I rolled an 8.
As you're reaching for it, you see that from within the visor slit, the water is turning this inky black, and the blackness just kind of consumes the entire bowl. And before you can grab it to dump the water out, there's a sharp clap as the bowl cracks.
No.
Does it like break on its own or just
Seemingly
like
breaks on
little
its own.
how about?
No. Like it's
Okay,
not. It
okay.
doesn't crack in half. It just like a crack through the middle. Not even enough that it's not even leaking, but you see the crack there.
Okay, I kind of react. I'll like throw it,
Okay.
like throw it across the room.
All right. And yeah,
Um,
as the water comes as splashing out against the wall, it's not black anymore. It's just water and right across the wall, and then kind of drips onto the floor there. Are you continuing with your speech?
I will. Yeah, I will. But
Roll.
I'm like kind of visibly shaken up though
Right.
at this
Roll
point.
roll intimidate just to see how well you hold your composure.
Some
Oh, Wilkes gave you another advantage because
Yeah.
he really wants this
Okay.
speech to go well.
He really wants this to go well. Okay, so with advantage, I rolled a 15.
All right. So you see You think you held it together pretty good.
Okay.
And so from there, let's jump back to the party, because you just left them. And
I did. Yeah, I did.
all right, so what are y'all doing?
Did I see which way she went?
Very unlikely. But
I
if you want to
rolled a
roll perception,
27.
yeah, if you want to roll, do you have a +7 on your perception?
Can I use guidance on myself?
I don't know.
You touch one willing creature.
I mean, yeah, you're willing.
Okay.
And you can touch yourself.
All right. Then I'll use guidance on myself and see if I roll a 20 and a 4. No, I failed.
Okay. No, yeah,
I have
y'all
no idea
have
where she is.
y'all don't know.
Yeah.
So she to get that far, it's going to take several minutes. So, are y'all going to just continue on your way or wait?
I want to see what Zeroth says when he gets back to us.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
yeah,
was gonna say, coming back, that I realized I was being tailed, or am I just kind of back and then?
yeah,
Uh,
you're back.
okay. Yeah, so I was hanging out with this chick that gave me a dagger. I guess she wanted to tell me something. I asked her to speak with the whole group, but she was kind of wary of us. I guess we haven't been together that long, so I don't blame her. But she said she'd come check on us at the barracks. But she did say something a little odd about. I'm going to tell her kind of the gist of what she said.
Yeah.
You know, that there's a force of death, of undead power coming from the south, imminently approaching.
Yeah.
Kind of the gist of it. So I'm going to just spill the beans. I'm not going to give away much information about her, but I do think she would be good to hook, to talk with Saria. So I'm going to kind of be directing that part of the conversation to you.
But sorry, is gone.
Yes, no, sorry, it's gone.
Oh. So I'm going to be looking at where she would have been standing. Like,
Wait,
where'd
wait, yeah,
Saria go?
She's doing that magic thing where we can't see her.
She went to listen to you, and she hasn't come back.
So while she's gone, let me just ask you guys. River said,
Didn't even notice.
Amazing. You just don't even care. So while she was gone,
like, since she's gone, is it true that like they look down on people that don't? I mean, I guess I don't know much about the wizarding world. I'm sorry, I'm in book number 7 right now, so of Harry Potter. So for like muggles like us, is it they really look down on the wizards, look down on other wizards that aren't part of the tower group? I mean, do y'all know about that? I mean, I've heard rumors of it, but
what role would that be
History
to know?
of DC 10.
Oh, nice. I know about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The wizards, they just, if you do wizard magic without their approval, they'll just kill you. They're very picky about who can do
any
magic and
wizard
who
can
can't.
No,
What do y'all think
it's
it's
so
Sorry?
kind of explain this in general. Once you're able to start casting level 3 spells, the tower does not want that unregulated, and so they'll give you the choice to take the test or die, and so that they can keep an eye on you. They don't care if
Yeah.
you're like a low level wizard who does some cantrips. They just don't care, or even level 1 or level 2. But once you can start casting fireball, they want to know about you, so that they don't have crazy people blowing up towns.
right. I guess my question is, and Zeroth's question to the group is kind of like, who enforces that? Do we think Saria is an enforcer, kind of like River was suggesting? Like, do we think? I mean, I know she's not here yet, but I don't get that vibe from Saria. But like, who enforce? Typically, would we know who enforces those rules and stuff like that?
It'd be the member wizards. Any tower wizard would be asked to
So
kill renegades on site.
Dang.
Mhm.
Dang.
Yeah, she can.
Okay.
She could get in a lot of trouble if she doesn't.
She doesn't say anything.
If she doesn't do it. If she doesn't either force them to take the test or die.
Well, anyway, I think this river chick helped us out, so I don't necessarily want her to die. Maybe we shouldn't say anything to. But if Saria was listening to my, if she was if that's what you knew she was doing, Simpleton and Rowena.
Oh, is River a wizard?
I didn't say that. If she was, yes, she's a wizard. Okay, let's not kill her. I think she's a friendly.
Oh, I'm not a wizard. I won't kill her.
She seemed like she's trying to help genuinely, so I don't know why. I guess that makes me a little uncomfortable. People offer help and they don't really have a good reason to help you. Kind of get a little. Why do you want to help?
Why?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe I need to get some counseling about that. Probably just my cynical,
Have people
attitude.
in the past helped you and then asked for something in return, even though you weren't expecting them to?
Yes, for sure.
A lot, or just once or twice?
Well, I mean, I'm ended up being pretty much disowned by my family until recently, which I guess I'm useful again, so I'm allowed back into communications. But I had my ideas, they had theirs, and it seemed like those rules didn't apply.
Well, did they disown you, or did you leave?
It was a little bit of both. A little of this, a little of that.
And did you ever do favors for them, but expect something in return, even though you said it was just a favor?
For sure. Yes. Yeah. That's my character. I know it's wrong, but you do something nice. Don't worry about it. I got you. But then you really do worry about it, and you want them to get you.
Maybe you're just thinking that everyone else behaves the way you do.
I might attend your next sermon. I think you might actually have something to teach me.
I can teach many things to many people.
I'm being serious. Simple. Oh.
So was I.
Dang. Well, what are we doing right now? Like, we got to find Saria, and we got to get the group back
I'm waiting
together.
for Saria to come back.
All
I
right.
don't know
So,
where she went.
are y'all gonna wait for Saria?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. She'll. I assume after all that you're going back. Saria, or are you gonna go somewhere else?
Oh, I'll go back.
Okay. Yeah. So y'all will be reunited momentarily. And so.
Sorry.
So when Saria gets back, I'm just gonna say, did you kill her?
Didn't, but I did follow her. And a couple of things that I'll say. First, what she told you seemed to be truthful. I saw the same thing in her scrying bowl, whatever it's called.
There was so
Second-
much sarcasm in that in her scrying bowl.
This
They're pensive.
her yes. So she was at least telling the truth about that. I don't trust this woman completely. If she is this adept at magic, she should just take the test, and there's a reason why she didn't. And until I know what that reason is, this is not somebody that I trust. Also, I'm pretty sure she knows the invisibility spell, but I can't confirm that. I'm pretty sure she knows. So just so that we're all aware, this is a woman that may be able to turn invisible.
I think Tim might be able to throw sparkles at her if she's
Oh,
invisible.
that's true. Or maybe some flowers.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, that skill might come in handy later. I just want you all to be aware that when it comes to a magic user like that, she clearly knows her stuff, and I certainly don't trust her, and I certainly don't trust that she's not going to just follow us.
Yeah, this kind of makes things a little awkward. Like literally.
Maybe she. Never mind. Let me try. Let me roll this first. Because this is pretty smart. Maybe she doesn't have to follow us. She gave you that dagger.
What are you saying?
See that
I think
dagger? Can I see that dagger?
do I still have it? I probably would have gathered it.
I would.
I threw it.
Yeah, you would have got it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure how strict we were being, because I didn't say I gathered it back. Yeah, so I'll hand it to Saria. Yeah, I think it's magic. It does +1.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Yes.
the +1 magic. Yeah, I feel it.
They had it for sale at the store called the Dagger of +1.
Dagger +1.
But she did say it was a family heirloom. So maybe there's some identifying marks of her family.
Well, so I do have identify. It is, I can ritual cast identify.
Yeah.
I would like to see if I can learn more about this dagger other than its +1 qualities.
It is very simply just a +1 blade.
Okay. I'll hand it back.
There's no identifying marks that you saw about her family and anybody that you might know from.
It seems like an older blade, but it's nothing special, really.
Well, she went to an area of town where a very humble area of town, let's say. So I think that, based on everything we know about her, like, I know that she's already untrustworthy because she wants to stay outside of the supervision of the high tower, and she has a very old, very valuable family heirloom that she's walking around pretending that she's in poverty. I don't know. She's clearly not being forthcoming about who she is. She didn't give you a last name. River sounds like a fake name. I'm sorry, it just does. So I think we should be cautious of this woman.
She did give a last name. It's Briarmuse.
Yeah.
Oh, did she? Never mind. Just kidding.
Briarmuse.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being overly paranoid, but I just, I want to know more about this lady. Why she's taken to you specifically.
Yeah, that's weird.
So y'all would know like a +1 weapon would cost about 300 steel.
Ooh.
So it's
I need
not
some healing potions.
It's not crazy expensive, but it's nice.
Even in an era where like magic items are kind of rare.
There's and that is true. There's the stuff that's still around, or it's mostly older stuff from pre-cataclysm. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's
my
fair.
thing is, this woman has this blade. It's a semi-rare blade. She gives it to me. She's investing in trying to talk to, she wants to give us tips and help. Like, what's going on? Like, I guess there's a part of me is like, why would she want to do that? I mean, and should we trust her for that reason alone? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm asking you guys, like, what's up with that? We haven't gotten all the help we've gotten have been basically people who are invested, who have an investment in the town, officials and and the common townsfolk, but this is somebody who's kind of underground who actually has something to lose by being exposed and has actually exposed herself. So there, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little intrigued about what her motivation is behind wanting
Probably to
help
not
us.
die. I mean, in fairness, I am suspicious of her, but if demons are coming, I feel like that's motivation enough to seek out help.
For sure.
I agree.
Is there any way we can find out information about her? Didn't she say she was from Vogler? Could we
We could ask around, I guess.
ask around if anybody knows anything about a river?
Maybe about the family name, even.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if we're going to, I guess she's given us some pretty important information, and so it would be good to vet that before we.
Well, I think she's telling the truth about that. I can vouch that I saw, the weird shadow person in the scrying bowl. So I think that, we don't have to necessarily say where we got the information. We can even say that I came across it independently, but I think that that's certainly something we should tell people who are in charge so that we're not the only ones that knows about this danger.
But I feel like we've had trouble with our reputation in the past. Like, how are we going to get them to believe us? I mean, obviously, they can believe you, but then they're going to ask you where you got that information. Do you think you'll be able to pass that as something you came up with yourself, or?
Well, I will just tell the same story she told you. I mean, they don't know that I don't know that spell.
Right. Good point. Well, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should go ahead and do that right now.
And tell who?
Is the council still available?
You can head that way.
Yeah, let's go talk to the council.
Selflessness in this economy? Sorry for reading chat.
All right, you head over to the castle in the center of town, and you are, the castle. I'll remind you, there is a ruling governor here, but it's mostly the guilds that kind of run this town. The castle itself is being used as a military building primarily. There's nobody who the governor has quarters in one wing, but there's no one who's using this as like a king's castle or anything like that. The barracks are here, as well as the council chambers. Since you have your run of the barracks, you are recognized right away and allowed in. As you come in, the town's marshal, Nestor Vendry, will approach you and she will smile and say, "Well, I thought for sure that you'd be heading up north with the others, but how did things go in the south?"
Who wants?
Well,
I mean, I can tell her since our
Yeah.
leader, our talker, usually isn't here.
yeah.
I'll update. And just be like, we were able to free the prisoners. I'll talk about the red symbol and just kind of give
I
an
have
update
it.
of everything that happened.
I'll show
yeah.
the red symbol
Oh, and
because I brought it with me.
She'll look at it closely and say, "Yeah, this is the one. We've seen this before on even some of the hobgoblins are wearing it now. Whoever's organized them has, unfortunately for us, done a fantastic job."
I won't mention that it's Rowena's mom.
You know who's organizing? Your mom.
Does she know, dude? I did tell her, right? I can't remember. Yeah, I did tell you.
Are you saying that
Yeah,
in
you
character?
told me. I don't know
or-
if you told that about it to anybody else.
No, I was saying that not in character. Yeah, I think I told you earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, upon updating on what's been happening over the last 24 hours. I think what we want to do is request a meeting with the full council as soon as we can get everybody gathered.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you could go in now. A lot of the soldiers have left with Bakaris, um, heading up, heading across the river. Um, oh gosh, blanking on his name too. The
Old Bakaris or young Bakaris?
well, they both left,
Old.
but yeah, it's the elder
Hmm.
who's leading them.
Hmm.
Our good friend, who I can't find now. Darrett,
Sure.
thanks. Sorry, let me start that over. Darrett Highwater went with them,
There.
trying to. I didn't agree with the plan, but went to help anyways.
You sure it wasn't Jean-Luc Picardus? I was in chat. Yeah, we'll tag everybody. Jared Highwater. He was
The Squire now knight.
okay. That's right. That's right. That's right.
But
Okay.
yes, they're
Well-
they're up there now, so you can certainly go.
Yes, I think we should talk to them. We have something important that we've learned that we need to pass on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're not here. They're gone. But that's okay because the cars
This- yeah.
and them were kind of we were at odds with them. I think about leaving the city and going out to fight in the first place.
Okay.
right.
Who is all still here as far as the council?
Oh, the council is still here.
The council is all still here.
Right,
Okay, all the guild
yes.
leaders are still here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, well then we'll kind of barge in and I'll relay what River told us, except I won't mention River.
Okay. So this isn't like a formal meeting of them. They're like Governor Califmiat is like just poring over maps of the area. They've got stuff all over the table. They're kind of arguing back and forth. You see like a small group of council members talking about supplies in the corner, while others are talking about the scout saw uh, enemy in this area. This has really turned into the headquarters for tactics and planning. And so they're not in a meeting per se. This is just where they are all
Okay.
the time now. And so they'll Governor Miat will lift his head. It's like oh good, you've returned. Yeah, what news?
Well-
I will give the same update
Mhm.
that I gave to what was the lady that I talked to outside, Nestra.
Yeah.
And so I'll give that same update, and I'll say, but more importantly, there's another danger that no one has been talking about, and I feel it's important that I share this with you, and I'll relay what River told me. And I'm like speaking very fast, and everyone's like I'm like not letting anybody get a word in.
Yeah. All right. So how all right, how much information are you're saying everything that River said and about this evil
Well,
coming?
I will mention that I have seen through, I will kind of be real vague about like my ability to be able to see and to scry. I don't want to, because I don't want to like
Sure.
lie more than I have to. But I'm just gonna say that I've been able to discern that there is a danger coming. That we believe that they're undead, and I think that she said they're coming from the south. Is that what she had
Yes. Yeah.
told us? Okay, that's what I will say, and I will press upon everyone how very concerned I am about this.
Okay. And will you say from the castle?
Yes.
Okay. Um, he will say from Dargard then.
Okay, yes.
That is
Right.
that bodes ill. There's nothing there but death. How much will you tell them about like what you found um at Wheel Watch? You're gonna tell them
Oh,
about
I don't think we
Consaldi?
should hold anything back about Will Watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should
I don't
tell
see
them
any reason.
about the Dragonelles, and the fact that there was a company of 20 coming from the, like there's
Yes,
basically
yes. And we can even pull out the documents and hand them over.
Okay.
right, the journal and stuff, and share the journal information with him.
All right. They all sort of gather around and they start looking at it, and Miat will look at the journal and say, "Oh gods, why didn't you tell me about this?"
I am telling you literally
We
right
just
now.
found out.
And he will put the journal down in front of you, and on the last page of the journal, right below what used to be the last entry, what it says, troops have left. I'm sorry. Troops have left Kalaman. I'm sending forces to block the road. The river will run red with their blood. And that,
We didn't see that.
Oh yeah, that part.
That
This
part
is the
that
first
was
I'm
entered
seeing
after
of
we
that.
What if y'all write that in there?
I'm gonna look over. What does it say?
I'll read it. I'll read it, Templeton.
Oh.
I'll pick up this journal and do I guess maybe an Arcana check or something to see if it's magic. I mean, obviously it's magic,
yeah.
but I'll do the check anyway.
Okay.
A 13.
13. Yeah. Yeah. It's magic. And there's the leader of the Fishers Guild in the corner will go, "It's a trap."
And he's
Now
wearing
that we have
he has like a hat, and the hat is shaped like a
Yes, yeah,
like
exactly.
a jellyfish
Right.
yeah.
with like little
Well, if
tentacles
everyone
hanging
wants
out of
to
his face.
if everyone wants to patiently wait 10 more minutes, I can cast Identify again as a ritual.
The
That's fine with me.
the council members have just jumped into action, and they're like, they must be warmed. Can you have horses? Can you catch them?
Yeah,
I think so.
of course we can.
All right.
Hey, is sending a cleric spell, or is it like a regular spell? I don't know if there's a difference.
I think clerics can do it.
Yeah, I don't have it prepared though.
Oh.
I'm just wondering if, since now suddenly I know what sending is, if I might know of other people in town who might have the ability to do it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And if it's cleric, then I would ask Teacher Orem if he has. Oh, it says Bard, Cleric, Wizard. Okay. So wizards might have sending. Well, if you know a wizard in town, and I'm sure there's several, they might be able to send a message with their mind faster than we can go on a horse.
Well, we do know one wizard in town that just got threatened.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
The most, I guess, the most well-known wizard in town is going to be Wyhan from who is the who owns the apothecary shop that Saria has already encountered. She is black-robed wizard.
Well, maybe if we have written instructions from the counselors asking her to send the message, she might do it for us.
Assuming she even knows the spell.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Let's get on that right away, and they will start working on that. They'll start writing a message and to send it over to her.
All right, we should probably get going though.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like, what do we do next?
We were gonna go warn them.
Yeah, we need to go warn the troops heading to Silver Springs. Steel Springs.
Okay.
No, yeah, Steel
Okay.
Springs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
All right. So, y'all tell me what you want to do. So,
we
not in character, but for tonight. So it's 10:20, and that encounter will probably be 25-30 minutes. So this might be a good time, a place to break it. Unless y'all want to go ahead and go forward with that. But
I do want to go. Yeah.
If you think we're going to be in combat, then maybe we should wait until...
it's not going to be combat. It's going to be different.
Oh, okay.
Just an encounter.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's a good
Griffith's not with us anyway.
Yeah.
So I think we should do it now.
You want to just knock it out?
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'm down. I don't know. Part of me's. I don't know. You want to keep going, or
I guess if everybody else
if everybody else is good to go, I guess we can do it.
Okay. All right. Well, you hurry out the door. And oh, wait. That's wrong. Hold on. You hurry out the door and
you walk slowly out the door.
Yeah, you hurry back down to the stables where they're just pulling, pulling the saddles off your horses and toweling them down and stuff. You're like, no, not yet, and you get on them and start heading toward that end of town. I might have to fill in later, just because I cannot remember if there's a bridge or if you'll go by ferry across. But all resources of the council are at your disposal, and so they're gonna, they'll ferry, they'll have someone ferry you across, and you start heading north. It is not ridiculously long, as you're on the road that you hear the sounds of battle ahead. And it's coming towards you very, very quickly. As you're coming up the road, you eventually see the soldiers of Kalaman coming back toward you. They are in retreat, and behind them is a massive army of goblins, hobgoblins, and various types of draconians. Some of them gliding in from higher perches and picking off soldiers one by one. Wyhan did have that spell prepared, and her warning has saved a great many of them. But there's still there are hundreds of these things in pursuit. And so what we're going to do to help is a skills challenge. So these are the rules. You're going to help the army retreat back to Kalaman, and you're going to use your various skills to do so. Each skill can only be used once, and by only one of you. And so, if somebody uses, for example, perception to find a quicker way through the forest or something like that, then no one can use perception again for the duration. We need 5 successes to get the army back to Kalaman. Every failure, people in the army die. And if you get 5 failures, then the enemy army will attack Kalaman.
Okay.
So let's roll initiative and see what order we're going.
All right.
Eight.
10.
5.
8.
All right. All right, Jimpleton, you're up first. And so we'll need a skill, and then what situation you're using the skill in to help the army escape.
I can use intimidation against some of the frontline enemies to make them slow down.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's roll it. The difficulty class is 14.
I rolled a 25.
Holy smokes! Yeah, so you come sweeping in and probably projecting your voice again, and
I'm praying silently.
oh, and yeah, and that whole front line, it just causes them to step backwards, and the distance between your two sides grows. And as you sweep in, Rowena is close behind you. Rowena, what are you doing?
I'm going to use, I guess, survival to try to find a quicker way for the...
Great.
That's a sloppy joke.
Yeah! Very good. Okay, yeah. So, you're directing traffic, and it's like, no, cut that way, and the army shifts going that way, and you see Darrett Highwater also kind of picking up on what you're doing. It's like, yeah, we can funnel them through here, and they're cutting across, and so the gap between the two armies grows. Zarya, you are up. Y'all are doing great. This is going to be very much shorter than I expected.
And there's an advantage in chat.
Oh, who?
Ooh.
Wilkes, you're getting soft.
I know. Don't encourage him. Okay, I'm going to use Arcana. I'm gonna that scene from Lord of the Rings when Aerosmith's daughter is like whispering. That's kind of what I'm gonna do, and to I don't know. It's not a spell, I guess, but it's just like magical energy to help everybody with my Arcana check.
Right. Okay.
Aerosmith's daughter.
I don't remember her name. That's a 16, and I'm rolling again for the advantage. A 16.
All right, very good. So, if you have inspiration, please take it away for not knowing Arwen's character's name or the actress. No,
Or
I'm
who plays
joking.
her.
Well,
I didn't have inspiration, but
Aerosmith's daughter. That's amazing.
Liz Tyler? Liz. Is it Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Liv.
Liv. So, okay. Yeah.
Very good. All right, you saved
get it.
yourself at the end there. Elizabeth Taylor. That's right. That's Aerosmith's daughter.
That's not it.
Zeroth. Okay, we're blowing through my skills challenge. I definitely should have set the DC higher, but it's too late now.
Well,
3 of us have gone and 3 of us have succeeded. No pressure.
No pressure.
yeah, yep. This is probably going to work against me. I'm going to use insight to kind of gauge who's pushing this force against the retreating army, and just inform those who are maybe closest to us to direct fire at leadership. Yeah.
Nice.
So insight. And I rolled 22.
Y'all are no fun.
Well, last time you were telling us to roll better, and this time you're telling us to roll worse.
Yes. So you do, and you see this great, this massive hobgoblin that's there, and he's like, and then you direct fire his way, and he puts up a shield, and that causes there's this ripple effect of them pulling back a little bit, and the castle is in view, and the people on the wall walker are spotting it, and they're getting their crossbows and their bows ready. As soon as you kind of cross their range line, then they're going to let loose. Jimpleton, I was expecting more rounds of this, but you can bring them home with this one.
Right. So you know how there's flag signalers in combat?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to copy the signals they're doing to spread the message more quickly using performance.
Okay, that'll work. Yeah.
If I think I rolled poorly, can I use inspiration and try again?
Yes.
Okay. 19.
19. It totally works, and the soldiers funnel in as the front line of goblins come forward, and the arrows just shoot forward. All of a sudden, the enemy stops as those first goblins just fall down into the mud along the river there, and that big hobgoblin with all these arrows in his shield just yells out something in Goblin that you take to be retreat, because the enemy falls back into toward the north, into the forest, and into the wilderness there. And I'm glad
that went surprisingly well.
I'm glad we went ahead and did that tonight. I was saying 25, 30 minutes. I think that was 5 minutes ago.
I think it's about 7 or 8 minutes.
It was less than 10. Yeah.
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 Definitely.
Perfect.
And so, perfect. We will stop right then, and I for for
just
every role that you did poorly, bad things were going to happen later on to the army, and it was going to be harder for the army. And on my chart, I got 7 tickies on the good side and none for the evil side. So
Nice. Yeah.
So
I
literally
imagine that.
everyone escaped except for Bacchus and Bacchus. Baccharis and Baccharis.
yeah. So yeah. All right. So we're gonna shut her down right there, and thank y'all for hanging out. I'll go ahead and stop the recording. That way, I won't forget.
Well, thanks, man.
We're really good at
That was
retreating.
fun.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we're really good at retreating. Yeah, good point. We should try that as a battle strategy. Yeah. We should try that as a battle strategy. Yeah.
Can we use skill
We should try
checks
that as a
instead of
battle
attack
strategy.
checks in combat?
sorry, I think I just overwhelmed the stream with noise. Sorry about that. But yeah, we got anything to plug upcoming?
Sunderland
November.
next weekend. Go ahead, you first.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. Mine's kind of a joke one. Go ahead.
Sunderland this weekend over at my Twitch channel. I'm at Dice Jail Gin. We're going to be playing another installment of our paranormal investigation alien game run by Rob Christofferson. We're having a blast playing that. It will eventually be a podcast. We're trying to get some recordings in the can before it starts being released on a podcast feed, but that's coming. And then at some point on my podcast feed, Vanish, we did our live show a few weeks ago, so we have that recorded. It went really, really well. It was so much fun. We did a mock trial over the mystery of the Mary Celeste. That is currently being edited.
Nice.
And once that's ready, it'll be on my podcast feed. I'm not the one that edits it, so I have no idea when that's coming.
Oh,
but it's coming.
I was laughing because Wilkes put, "Yo, Mama gets recordings in her can." Oh gosh. That's cool. I'm looking forward to hearing that because that sounded like fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to everyone hearing it too. It was so much fun to do. It was our first live. It was not our first live show, but it was a live mock trial. It was, we actually collaborated with some other podcasts to do it, and so I played the defense attorney, and the guy that played the prosecutor is a real life defense attorney. He's actually, so his father was John Wayne Gacy's attorney, and then he was also a criminal defense attorney as well, and he has a podcast where he covers John Wayne Gacy, and so he graciously agreed to collaborate with me on this show, and it was just so much fun. So
awesome.
I really can't wait for the world at large to be able to hear it.
That's awesome.
What's that podcast?
That's really cool.
That sounds like a good one too.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic show. His show is called Defense Diaries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. We have Mont Blanc's next weekend. And on Saturday, no, on Friday, on Jeff Adams' channel, we have Dice Jury Alive, possibly the final episode. Possibly, unless we go slow, which is likely.
I was about to say that tracks for you guys.
Yeah. But yeah, I think those are the things that are coming up. Of course, Thorns of War is a podcast. I'm having a lot of fun getting those edited and out. And I think they're sounding really great. Thrash has ordered a prop for Friday's episode, so we are definitely not finishing. If I'm worried that it's a sex doll.
No.
Because if
Hey,
you
I will
saw
say,
Dawn of the Necromancer, then you'd understand that.
Gross.
I have not seen Thrash bring props ever leading up to really I've played with him in mini games. I've never seen him bring a prop, so now I'm very curious.
Oh man, that'll be wild. Hey, yeah, my announcement is not actually it's not on podcast or anything, but we'll be at Renfest the first weekend in November. So we'll be camping out that whole weekend and going to the fair
Fun.
Saturday and Sunday.
That's
So
fun.
we got a group of friends we go with every year. They're going to be there. It's Heroes and Villains weekend. We wanted to go Barbarian weekend, which is the following weekend, but didn't work out. There was a conflict with some of our friends, but we'll be there with a group of friends camping with our kids and their kids, and we just it's pretty hang loose. So if anybody, I'll bring it up again next time we stream next month. Just if anybody's in the area and wants to do Renfest.
Nice.
We like it. We like it a lot.
Be great.
I have a sneak peek for next episode.
Ooh.
I'm going to be digging deeper into Zeroth's trust issues and teaching him a lesson from one of my children's books.
Nice.
That's right. I forgot to ask you about that. Oh no. What can of worms did I open?
Oh, I am. I'm so happy things escalated so quickly with River. I thought that was going to take longer, but
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget that I'm not playing a rogue in this one.
yeah. Well, you have said multiple times that Sari is a rule follower. So
No, I am. I even changed my alignment to lawful neutral, and so I was like, oh shit. I don't want to kill some random lady.
I was trying to test you to see if that's what you were gonna do. I was like,
I like
I
this
know this
moral
party.
like crisis during the break. I went to Wilkes and I was like, what am I supposed to do?
oh gosh.
So I'm kind of glad she disappeared because I might have been faced with a choice that I didn't want to have to make.
Yeah.
a little mini trial for her. Yeah.
Wilkes said, I said kill her, but make it look like an accident.
When he did actually say that, yeah, he's not joking.
Should have just cast a fireball at the wall and then ducked out. I think she's dead. I don't know.
Fireball.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, I
What?
could have.
Do you have
Fireball.
to? Does a target have to be visible to shoot it with magic missiles?
Probably.
Yeah, I
Let me
think so.
see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a creature that you can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Well,
the
then
whole
you got
building
lucky.
goes
You
up
didn't
in
have to-
flames, and Sari is outside, like the little girl in the meme, just kind of smiling at the camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're
The
gonna go
wizard
raid
made me do it.
cruise. Yeah, must let the
Must have
oven
left the oven on.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all say hi to Cruz for me. I could be able to join, but I have enjoyed those streams, so we'll head over there. Thank y'all. Good night.
Thanks.
Mm.